We will pray. Matthew 11 Matthew chapter 11 verse 3. Just prayerfully listen to me. I want to I've been trying not to say anything. Some of us we still don't even understand the weight of the matter. For some of you, the spirit responsible for every addiction, for the addiction that you have become slave to, they will cry out. Yes, they will cry out. And some has gone. They will naturally cry out. So like our father, Reverend Austin, said before he left here, he said the conference will begin after this. He said there is a conference after this conference. Matthew 11 verse 3. And said unto him, art thou he that should come, or do we look for another? And Jesus answered and said unto them, go, show John again those things which you do see. The blind receive their sight, and the lame walk. The lepers are cleansed, and the deaf hear. The dead are raised up, and the poor have the gospel preached unto them. Now I go back to our previous verse 3. That scenario you saw was a scenario of when John was in prison by King Herod. And John was hoping that Jesus would come and release him from prison. And he knew that Jesus was a deliverer. But one thing he didn't know was how there was a method of deliverance that John was used to. And he didn't know that Jesus, his method of deliverance was not to bring you out of temporal deliverance. Jesus wanted to bring us out of so that we will be permanently delivered. So John now say, I'm not, from what I know about this man, I'm not supposed to stay long in this place. From what I know, from the little that have been shown me, I'm not supposed to stay long. Go and ask him. The things that I know about him, is it true? Or should we expect another? You will not blame John for thinking that way. But my joy was that Jesus had an answer. Many of us standing here, we do not know that we are answers to some prayers. Yes, many of us standing here, you don't know that some of us, some of you, we are answers to prayers. God sent you. Probably your parents cried, Lord, when shall we come out of this darkness? When shall we? Will I continue? Will my family, will my lineage continue to remain like this? Who shall bring us out of this captivity? And the Lord said, don't worry, I'm sending Tony. I'm sending Tony. And he will come as your child. You see, many of us, like John, your parents are asking you some funny questions. Like John. Your parents are asking you some funny questions. You are in school, your parents will call you. I had a dream. Somebody wanted to kill me. And funnily for you, the only answer you have is pray. You did not know that somewhere within the heart of your parents, they knew why you came. They knew that the Lord told us that this one is our deliverer. They knew. They knew that this one that came, he didn't come because we wanted to give birth. He came because of a cry. He was not a product of sex. He was a product of a cry. He was not. You did not know that some of you were not product of biological arrangement. You are a product of a cry, of a lamentation. A lamentation. And how painful it is that a deliverer cries for deliverance. God knew that your family is ravaged with the spirit of lust, and he brought you as an apostle into that family. He knew that lineage, what has held them bound, that no man has been able to break through, is that a spirit called lust ravages that family. And then he sent you and he put a mantle of apostleship. And then you are wondering, Lord, why did you put me here? You want to use me, see what is happening. He said, I didn't bring you there to be a slave. And then suddenly you are beginning to wonder why you don't like this situation. There is a deliverance anointing upon you that is making you restless. But you do not know. Instead of waging war, you are lamenting. You are lamenting. Your parents are beginning to ask, are you the one that we... Okay. Your parents are beginning to ask questions. They may not be bold enough to look at you and ask, but anytime they turn to the wall, they say, God, you told us, Peter. Why is Peter like this? And in the days of Jesus, when that question came, he had an answer. He had an answer. He didn't say, go and pray. He said, tell John. Tell John what you have seen. In case you want to deny what you have seen, tell them that the deaf ears, the blind, that even the dead are raised back to life. Do you have an answer for your parents? Oh, do you have an answer for your generation? You do not know that some of your prayers, some of yours are prayers of fathers of faith that cried at the departure. They say, Lord, would you send the deliverer? Would you send the deliverer? And he brought you. And this is all that you are. We want to take out time and labor a little. And from the protocol of the deliverance that I know, Richie, the protocol is that God permits that the deliverer goes through the affliction. He permits it. He permits it. Not so that the deliverer will be slave to it. It's so that he will get angry. And he will behave like Moses. Come in. Peradventure, you have noticed that you are a deliverer. Can we take up time? And find answers. Yes. I know that you are an instrumentalist, but far beyond the guitar that you played, there is a delivery. There is and that is a place where deliverers are made. Yes, they have to leave Egypt. They have to leave Egypt. The Lord knows that family is ravaged by poverty, and he brought you. And in the dream of the night, you will see that he says, you will be a financial pillar. You are wondering, a financial pillar like this? He brought you as a deliverer, that you will come to the gate of that family and say, lift up your head, all ye gates, and be ye lifted everlasting doors. That, my God, listen, as I am speaking, the Lord will begin to break chains. Matombababile Sabamataga Abenata Yabana Selimantea. I paradas. Via mame. Via mambele tuane. Sebina vagai. Yababena. Silent toiles. Selimitevi. If you can pray, it's a good time to pray. Say, Lord, make me. I know I have wasted time, but you are the God that restores the years that the cankerworm and the palmerworm have stolen. We will rise. We are praying in your name. Deliverers will rise.
Yes.
Prophets arise.
Oh, Jesus.
Teachers arise.
Arise, oh.
Apostles arise.
Arise, oh.
Pastors arise. Intercessors arise.
Arise, arise.
Fathers will rise. Mothers will rise. Princesses will rise. Prince will rise. I am an Jana to kick Ele Gemina Fena Inakayana Pe Asi Sababala Ikebe Jesus. In the name of Jesus. Abakude Yakadika Abakude Yakaduka Bagalata.